Who doesn't like a little ice cream sundae at 47,000 feet
Oh my goodness.
in Global Express 17 Colfax?
Two of us are going to try to squeeze on this thing today. In spite of the scuttlebutt, we're going to try to make something happen. We are heading to Palm Beach, Florida. We're going to stay at a nice resort there, and then tomorrow there's a big speaking engagement. Tons of different people. Jamie Kern-Lima, Dean Graziosi, Brendan Burchard, Tony Robbins. In fact, I think we're in Tony's studio, so, which I haven't seen this thing. I hear it's insane. So really excited. We're going to jump on the Global here. Be there in about 4 hours from California. So I'm heading over to the studio now. I understand it's Tony Robbins' virtual studio. I've never done this before. I've never spoken that type of environment. There's gonna be 200,000 people. And it's very interesting because you can see about 1,000 of them, as I understand it, up on a screen in a studio that you're in. So I'm just wondering, how do I transfer my energy? You know, I look into the camera, do I look at the screens? How will it feel? Can I feel the response? Can I not? You know, normally if you speak in front of 30, 40, 50,000 people, you can feel the audience. And then Zoom, you kind of know you're not going to feel anything. It's just you and a computer. This is somewhere in between. And so I'm interested to see how this goes. I'm excited about it. It's an unbelievable lineup. I think Jay Shetty and Trent Shelton speak prior to me. Mel Robbins, Robin Roberts, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Brendan Burchard. I mean, just the lineup is rather remarkable. So, and a whole bunch more. Sarah Blakely, a whole bunch of other people. So in the studio will be really interesting. And I'll let you know how it goes when I'm done.
What do you miss more, your family or your roles?
I don't miss either one. I'm not that big of a car dude anymore. If I miss one of them, probably miss the roles for sure.
What are you thinking about for your talk today?
When I'm, you know, within an hour, I start to pray a little bit, and then I just get really quiet. I try to, it may sound corny, but I try to ask God to just use me to help people and give me the right words and the right energy, the right everything, right message. Sometimes I get out there and I don't cover anything that I wrote down. You know, I cover something completely different because the Spirit takes you in a certain direction. But mainly it's just like, don't make it about me, make it about them. I try to, you know, a average speaker has to feed off energy from the crowd, right? That's one level. Level two is you get energy, you know, you put energy into the crowd. Then three, which is a very rare person, is they can put energy into each and every single person in the crowd. That's a little bit different. And, you know, I know how to do that from a stage, whether it's 1,000 or 50,000. I kind of figured out how to do it on Zoom, but this is different with this whole studio setup where you'll see some of the people watching you like in their living room. There's 3 cameras as I understand it. So part of me is just thinking, how do I transfer energy to each person? Because that's how I try to do my speaking, as opposed to just the group or feed off the energy, you know, the other 2 levels. So all that's running through my mind. When we get there, I'll review my notes for a few minutes just to remind myself of some of the things I wanted to cover. But, you know, there's no podium, there's no teleprompter that I'm using or anything like that. So I'll do 50 minutes of just speaking right off the cuff. So that's what I'm thinking about.
So last night at that dinner with Dean, how was that?
That was an amazing dinner, man. Like one of the most inspiring, thought-provoking conversations I've really ever had. It was me, Dean and Lisa Graziosi, Brendan Burchard, and Mel Robbins. And, you know, we did talk business and things like that, but we really, first off, I don't know how many glasses of wine were on that table at the end, but it was a lot. Brendan was quite the wine connoisseur and was very generous with the wine. But man, we talked a lot about life, death, meditation, prayer, our experiences as kids, how that affects us. A lot of spiritual stuff. It was remarkably deep conversation. And to be honest with you, I went back to my room and I had a little bit of work to do, met with some people, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it. I still haven't stopped thinking about it. So it was one of the, I think all of us would tell you, it was one of the conversations we'll remember the rest of our life. I'm not kidding you. So that was worth the trip alone. Never worn a mic like this before, that's for sure.
How's it feel? Does it feel all right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it's a little,
It's pretty tight, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna fall.
yeah, I don't want it falling, so.
So what do you think about this setup?
This is mind-blowing. I mean, it's millions of dollars that Tony set up here. It's over the top, unbelievable. So I'm grateful to be here and experience it. I don't know that I would, I mean, it's extensive what he's put in here. So very impressive.
All the time, I was trying. I lost all my money. I was broke again. I was back to being a Velcro Mercedes guy. Here I go again with my big dreams, messing up my life. They were right. Maybe some of you relate to this. And finally, I find somebody. I'm crying out there one day, thinking, I've made this mess of my life. Some of you may feel that way. Remember what I'm about to tell you. God wants to repurpose your mess and build a masterpiece. And sometimes in your life, the bigger the mess, the bigger the dream. The bigger the masterpiece, the deeper the foundation has to be built. So guess what? Found this guy, comes out to my house and goes, hey, we can build a house here, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna repurpose all these rocks. We're literally gonna hold your dream up with it. We're gonna build all the walls with these rocks that you blew up. We're gonna build a foundation with these rocks that you built. And so I want you to see this house. I don't say this to you to brag. It's one of the most beautiful homes in the country. See all those rocks that are holding the house up? That was my mess repurposed. It keeps the water from getting in my house. See all the rock all over the house here? I'll click it again. See all that rock? That was all blown up when I was going broke. That was the mess. God took my mess and repurposed it and built my family's dream. And he can do that for you. I'm not preaching at you about faith. I'm just saying have some faith. However you see it, your mess does not disqualify you.
It was different. The feedback's been really great, so that's good. Anytime after I speak, I usually go, I should have done this, I should have done that. You know, that's normal. But this was different because it's a huge room, and I felt a little bit lost in there. I didn't feel like I could move around like I normally do, so that was a little bit different. And then they told me there were 3 cameras, but I only saw like a main one and then a side one. So, you know, it's a learning experience. The feedback's been overwhelming. The people backstage, said it was great. I feel like I could have done better, but I'm on my social media, like thousands of people started following me, lots of messages, so that was good. I'm drained a little bit, and it's just a different skill. It's not like Zoom, like I said, and it's not like a live stage, so it's a learning to be in a huge room like that and then fill the space up somehow. So you also can't hear, so you don't know when they're done laughing or done crying. You can't do that, whereas Zoom, you can kind of see it, and on stage, obviously, you can feel it. So it's just a little bit different. But all in all, I feel really good about it.
If you use the top of the window, which is straight, you clearly see that there's an apex. So at 47,000 feet, you just start to see the apex of the globe, proving that the world is in fact round. But the higher you go, the more the apex shows. So at 51,000, you see more. And if we were able to go up to 60, 65,000, the sky would get really dark and you'd start to see the very clear circle of the Earth.
Hey guys, flying back from Florida. What an unbelievable day. And I just have to thank all of you. Mike and I have been sitting here. It's a 4.5, 5-hour flight back from Florida to Southern California. I've been reading the thousands of direct messages that I received about my message today and the impact that it made on so many of your lives. It's humbling, very rewarding. I've been emotional many times, Mike will tell you, reading so many of your stories and messages. And for those of you that are new to following me as of today, welcome to our community, to our family, to the Max Out universe. Everybody in the Max Out community that's already been here, welcome these folks with open arms like you do in the comment section on my posts. And I'm honored to have you here. God bless you. I'm so glad today changed your life. Hope you get Jamie's book. And I look forward to spending our lives together here in our community and on my podcast and on YouTube. God bless you. Thank you for all the messages.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. If you'd like more, click the videos right here. They're exactly what you need to see next. And if you're new here, hit subscribe and become a part of the Max Out community. And tell me what you think about the videos in the comments below. I read all of them every week, and I select winners that get all kinds of prizes, gear, coaching calls with me. Make a comment.